Alright, 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 alright. Let's go. Oh, oh, I got you, I got you. Oh, you're going down, you're going down. I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna get you. Where'd you go, where'd you go, where'd you go? Haha, I got you, I got you, I got you. Alright, let's go, let's go, let's go. What the fuck? What? Hey everyone, Mr. DVB here. So today I'm going to be giving you guys my early review of Battlefield 5, which is the newest game in the Battlefield series, created by DICE and owned by EA, aka the people that screw over their games. So, when this game was initially announced, I was really pissed off. The trailer was god-awful. The marketing for this game in general has been absolutely terrible. You have people at EA saying, oh, if you don't agree with us on women being in World War II, don't buy our game. Guess what, shitheads? People won't buy your game. That's kind of what's happening. EA is just a bunch of buffoons who don't know what the fuck they're doing, and they're pretty much just making the situation worse for themselves. So I'm gonna give you guys my honest review on this game without, being all, oh, here's my political thoughts on the whole female thing, because I think it's stupid, obviously, no question about it, but at the same time, I don't think the game should be entirely judged off of that one thing. I think you guys should still give a game a chance if it's actually good. So, is the game good? Well, let's talk about that. First of all, there is a EA Access 10-hour trial going on right now. That's how I got to play this. So no, I haven't played, for 30 hours or whatever. I haven't beaten the campaign or anything because you only get to play like a certain mission in the campaign or whatever, but I have played enough that I have my thoughts on the game right now, and I want to give them to you guys. So first of all, I'm going to talk about the presentation. The game looks gorgeous. I'm playing this on the Xbox One X on a 75-inch 4K TV with HDR10, and there's no question, this is a beautiful game. DICE is fantastic when it comes to having, amazing locations with great graphics when it comes to just rocks or snow or anything. They're so good with their terrains, and this game is, without a doubt, their nicest looking game to date. It looks absolutely stunning. There's some maps here that look absolutely beautiful, especially the ones in Norway where you have the northern lights, and then during the day you just have this bright snow that blinds you and that kind of stuff. The game looks absolutely fantastic. The sound effects are amazing in this game. The sound design is incredible. Playing this with your headset on in full volume, hurting your ears and that kind of stuff, it's great. It sounds fantastic. There's one map in the Netherlands where you'll be running through this giant cathedral. You'll be firing, and the echo that occurs when you're shooting, it's all super awesome, and they did a great job presentation-wise. The multiplayer in general here is pretty much the same as every other Battlefield, which is a good thing because I think Battlefield personally is the best first-person series when it comes to multiplayer. They have Conquest, which is just like my favorite multiplayer mode of all time. It's so great just going around on this huge open map, going wherever you want, not having this linear experience like you get in Battlefront 2 on Galactic Assault. You go wherever you want, and I love that. I love the maps in this game, by the way. They are fantastic. One thing that I think DICE did here that's really good is they gave us like interesting locations that we haven't really heard that much of when it comes to World War II. We're so used to seeing, D-Day and that kind of stuff, maps that take place in France and whatnot, or in Germany. Here they give us maps that are in different locations that are kind of forgotten and not talked about as much in World War II, such as Norway. The map Narvik is like, it's awesome, honestly. I love it. The location is so beautiful. There's a great day and night cycle where you have the nighttime with the northern lights in the daytime. There's maps in Netherlands, which is where my family's from, and you have some amazing locations there. Example, like I said, the giant cathedral. That is my favorite map in the game, probably. You have this one map with this huge-ass bridge, definitely their biggest structure they've made to date. There are maps that are, like, completely tank-oriented. There's ones that take place on top of mountaintops where you'll have tons of planes fighting the soldiers on the ground, which is kind of new since most of the time planes are just worrying about the guys up in the air, not the ones on the ground. So, great maps here. I think they've done a fantastic job with the maps in this game. There's 8 Conquest maps at launch, which is a decent number. The variety is really great. Your matches are going to last like probably 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So it's really good. There's also Grand Operations, which is, is where you have these long-ass matches that take place over like 3 different days, not in real time, but in-game time. And those were really cool as well, where you're jumping out from the planes and stuff. So I think this game actually has a lot of really great content to it, as far as maps and stuff goes. And I think the gameplay and everything here is just great. The gameplay is heavily improved over Battlefield 1. Battlefield 1, in my opinion, it was a good Battlefield game, but the gameplay just felt kind of generic, and no matter what weapon I was using, no matter what class I was using, everything felt kind of similar except for the scout class where using sniper rifles. All the guns just felt really similar, and I think the issue is because they were the exact same guns, the only difference is they would have different scopes. So there was really a lack of customization in that game. Here, there's tons of customization options, you know, putting different sights on your guns and whatnot. So if you're a person like me who likes to choose how your gun looks, you have way more options here than you did in the previous Battlefield game. You're not just choosing one skin for the entire weapon, you're choosing multiple different skins for different parts like the stock or the magazine. So really happy with that. A lot more customization options here. Also, you can change your gender, so if you're like me and you were really pissed off about that whole situation, like I said earlier, you can switch your gender. You're not forced to be female or anything like that, and so pretty much everybody on the battlefield was male. So it turned out fine in the end. But yeah, really happy with the customization options, but I have one issue, one big issue, and that is that you can only customize how you look and how your guns look and the type of sights you're going to be using in the main menu. You can't do that in the base game. You can't do that while you're in the loading screen of a multiplayer match, which annoys me so much because you should be able to just straight up, before you spawn, choose the gun you want and the different sights. You can't do that though. Maybe you can, I'm just getting that wrong, but I couldn't find how to do that, and that was something that was really pissing me off because you might be on a close quarters map and you don't want to have, like I said earlier, a zoomed in scope or anything. So some things like that they definitely have to fix before launch, but I'm sure they'll fix these things over time. I don't think it's going to stay that way. I think they'll probably, hopefully, learn from the mistakes. But I don't know, we're still having things like that being added to Battlefront 2 after a whole damn year, so I don't know. Campaign. So like I said, I only played one mission of the campaign. They don't really let you play that much, and the campaign's nothing special. So if you're somebody who is looking forward to a campaign for this game, you're going to be disappointed. This is pretty much the exact same scenario as Battlefield 1, where you have war stories, where you're going around playing as different characters from different locations, seeing different sides of the war. Exact same thing here, which is going to be disappointing for a lot of people, myself included. I was hoping they would give us, you know, a decent campaign for once, because Battlefield's campaigns have been really bad for the last few years. I mean, Battlefield 4's campaign, I think, is when things started to go really downhill. They just started to become the exact same bland, boring thing, and the whole war stories thing, I don't like it, because you have these characters who you don't even care for or understand or anything, and it just, to me, it's not really that interesting. So I think, well, I love campaign games like God of War, Red Dead, whatever. Those are like my favorite games this year so far. I think campaign is seriously dying when it comes to first-person shooter series like Call of Duty and Battlefield. I think in that sense, campaign is definitely dying. I don't think it's a dying thing overall, but just for these games, which sucks. So yeah, I know there are some missions where you play as a female. I don't think she's actually a soldier. I think she's this girl whose family's under attack or something, and then you play as her. So if that's the case, that's actually not as bad as, like, you know, highly trained, you know, soldier that's a girl. So I don't know how they're handling that. I don't know how the campaign mission goes because I haven't played it, but yeah, the AI is not very good. They're pretty stupid. They walk around, never notice you, they get killed in 2 hits, so nothing special at all from the campaign. But really, what do you buy a Battlefield game for? If you buy a Battlefield game for the campaign, then you must have hated the last like 10 Battlefield games, because they've been shitty for a while when it comes to that. I think most people get these games for the multiplayer, which makes sense, and I think if you're getting these games for multiplayer, you should try Battlefield 5, because I think you might actually like it if you can get past the fact that it included females. So overall, I'm just going to get onto my final thoughts here. I do think that this is actually the best Battlefield game since Battlefield 4, which isn't saying a ton, honestly, because of the fact that we had Hardline, which sucked in my opinion, and then 1, which I liked but wasn't a huge fan of. So I think this is actually looking to be a really good game, and it sucks that people are judging off of one thing, which is the whole female thing. I agree that's stupid, but, you know, at the end of the day, the game itself, in my opinion, is great, and it sucks that DICE is just being used by EA, and now DICE is getting all this shit when it's really EA's fault. So overall, guys, I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. There's going to be people in the comments that disagree. I get that. I know people have their opinions on these games. I'm just giving you mine. Don't get pissed off. If you came here to see me rant about this whole female thing, go find that somewhere else. There's millions of other videos on YouTube about that. Mine is just not going to be that for you guys. Anyways, thank you all for watching this. I'll see you guys next time, where I'll be reviewing Fallout 76. I'll be getting that in a few days. I ordered it from Amazon, so I'll have my review for that. Anyways, peace.